I want you to know that I am, and always will be, a proud feminist.
I was not going to let Justin Trudeau continue to be presenting himself as this sunny ways, great politician when I knew that he was the emperor with no clothes on.
The emperor without clothes. Isn't that the statement of the day? We should be proud of her for standing up. And if we can tell all the politicians to do that exact same thing, we would have an election.
Oftentimes you'd be given a speech and said, here, read the speech, say what's on the speech, and don't deviate. And I'd say, forget it. I'm not saying what's on this speech.
And that's what it would take for this mess to end, is the people like her from the grassroots movement, from Kitchener she represented. Those MPs should stand up and say, I won't do what you tell me.
I really made sure that I wasn't doing the cookie cutter politician move where you'd see one person sends out a tweet and everybody's tweet looks exactly the same. That wasn't me.
Do you hear that, MPs? It's time for you to stop preaching and parroting the liberal crap and get to representing your constituents.
If I couldn't tweak the messaging, I posted nothing.
Yeah, and that's a little dicey because as far as I'm concerned, being silent is not the solution either.
I felt duped by a party that I really thought understood what it meant to be center, understood what it meant to have equity and justice, what it meant to have those things, and to be disenfranchised by them because I wanted more for the people that I serve.
And come on, folks, we all know, and if you used to be a liberal voter, just think about this. You didn't leave this party. This party left you.
Who did he think he was speaking to? I'm not a child. I'm not someone that he could just reprimand. He would have been taken straight to HR. And that doesn't happen because he has parliamentary privilege.
And he knows damn well there's no consequences, so he keeps pushing his thumb on you, his MPs, until they either break, do what he says, or resign.
The level of contempt and almost hatred that he approached me with. I have never felt more scared in my life of someone to be in a room with someone.
So he likes to bully women and say he's a feminist. Well, in this next section, you're going to see that this is actually a pattern.
Jody Wilson-Raybould, for those who don't know, was the first Indigenous Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada. The Prime Minister's office pressured her to do something that she knew would get her possibly disbarred, and that the Ethics Commissioner found the Prime Minister in breach of and actually wrong for pressuring her. Is quite telling. So she was actually in the right by not taking the pressure or advice of the Prime Minister.
Well, starting to see the pattern. Check this one out.
I have said before, and I'll say again tonight, that I do not believe that Mr. Trudeau is a real feminist. A feminist doesn't continue to push strong women out of his party when they are just seeking to serve. And I will say their names tonight and thank them. Thank you, Jane Philpott. Thank you, Jody Wilson-Raybould. Thank you, Selena Cesar Chavanez. And I'm here tonight thanks to the work that you have done.
Well, I'm going to wrap this up, but I do have to leave you with this.
Everywhere, women's rights and women's progress is under attack, overtly and subtly. But I want you to know that I am, and always will be, a proud feminist.